Hey guys, red and black greetings. This is Flamengo. Welcome to the Paparazzo Rubro Negro channel in partnership with my friend Bruno Castagna and our partners Robinho Rubro Negro and Luiz Antonio Rubro Negro. We're always giving them support, but sometimes people come and complain. You didn't give the guys credit, but honestly, since we're such good friends, it's never out of bad intentions. They're like brothers. They know I have sources, I know they do too, and I respect them. Some idiots don't, but what can you do? We're here to always bring you guys a lot of information, even before starting this live here. I sent him a list that I got back at the end of December. He saw the list. He must have seen it, right? The list matches everything. You saw the departures, the arrivals, and those who are interested. Everything is there, and Luiz Henrique is on it, man. Luiz Henrique is on it. So who's going to say that the thing that came out that leaked from inside Flamengo is a lie? So we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this before. I want to do the following. Do this, minimize it. Here's the screen. Go there, subscribe. Bruno Castagna's channel. Go there too. Luiz Antonio Rubro Negro, Robinho Rubro Negro, right? Look for Robinho right now and so on. Go there. Follow the guys on social media. Show some support. And here there's zero vanity. We do a good job. Try to bring information. And every day there are people from the traditional press, from the mainstream media stealing news and so on. They don't give credit, me neither. Nowadays, I don't even care about anything anymore, right? I sent you this list so we can discuss some of these names there. And because you have a lot of good information that's coming in even before the mainstream media. I just want to remind everyone here real quick, Bruno, that we're here. I'll even give you this tip. It's really cool because you help Flamengo. You know, Flamengo is not a regular sponsor. You get inside YouTube itself, the platform itself starts recommending your channel more. Because of that, we have YouTube Shopping. Now you can tag YouTube Shopping products on your channel. So for example, I'm wearing this shirt here, which is Diamantes Negros, which is a beautiful shirt, right? From Brasilein, there's Zicos, there's Feruzas, there are a bunch of shirts. There's also this one here. In the background, there's the 2025 one with the Nobody Dies Owing Us slogan. With customization, you can do it. It's here on this side. You can see it. You're seeing it. But here, look, Arrascaeta, the New Jersey, Game 1 long sleeve. You can access YouTube Shopping on our channel. I'm not sure if Castagna has posted it yet. You can put Flamengo's products there and people can buy them and the influencer gets a commission, right? And Flamengo gets paid because it's an official product. Flamengo receives royalties. And on top of that, I'll even give Bruno a tip, unless he's already doing this. I choose the one that's a sponsor of Flamengo. Shopee, I put the products through Shopee because it's already convenient and helps with everything, right? Come on, my brother. Let's start with a name before you bring it up. Leave a little suspense. I'm not going to make everyone stay until the end just because of that. No, the second name we're going to mention is Luiz Henrique. The second name is Luiz Henrique. The first name, I don't know if you knew about this, if it was news when you heard it today, or if you've already heard me talking about it the other day. João Gomes, Flamengo is monitoring the possible drop, possible relegation of video assistant referee. And is any club really going to put a lot of money to try to sign João Gomes? There's the issue of lowering the salary and cutting it in half, something like that. Tell us about it. Comment on it. So, were you surprised to see this name on the list?
You won't say? Papa, first, thank you for the invitation to everyone here on the Paparazzo Rubro Negro channel, Papa. João Gomes' name, man, for me, is a big name on this list. So you bring in this name exclusively here because there's this issue with OVHEP, as you said very well, right? Every team that gets relegated in the Premier League has it in their contract that the player's salary drops by 50% as well. In addition to team investments and sponsorships, players also receive a share as specified in their contracts.
Especially because they're already relegated, right?
It's OVHEP. He's pretty much out already, right, man? It's really hard to get out of that. Who's managing to recover? Ash Hunter is still trying there, right, to get out, because even with Tati Castellanos, Flamengo is still keeping an eye on him, because if he goes down, there's interest in Tati Castellanos, right? But if he goes down, why is that? Oh, because everyone says, oh, they just signed Castellanos. Yes, they just signed him. If Ash stays in the first division, Flamengo won't try. There's nothing like that. But if he goes down, the club itself might want to sell. Because of this situation, the player himself might want to leave because his salary gets cut in half. So there are these situations. So keep an eye on João Gomes, and then I think even Papa isn't on that list there. But I think Flamengo should also keep an eye on Andre's situation too, who is a young player, very good as well. And he's also from Wolverhampton, right? But João Gomes would be
João Gomes is in that age range, correct?
Still young, right? Because Flamengo is looking for younger players, even thinking, right, Papa, about the 2029 World Cup. Of course, a lot can change until then, but BAP has it in his mind, in his management. He's going to try for re-election. But even if it's not him, it'll be someone from his group. Flamengo wants to be really strong for that 2029 World Cup and fight for the title. Papa,
come here. João Gomes, I read recently that there was a Premier League club from Europe interested in signing him. So Flamengo would have to compete with the club over there. But there could be that same Paquetá factor as when Flamengo sold João Gomes. People will say, what a dumb move to sell for 15 or 16 million euros, right? They'll sign possibly for more money unless others are dropping quickly, in which case they might accept the same price. The point isn't stupidity. Flamengo also made a player's dream come true. The player wanted it. The player had this dream. Remember, he had this dream.
And the player increases his value too. Papa, there's no way around it, man. Just like sometimes a player loses value, he also gains value. There's no way around it. We don't remember the first time how much it was for Gerson, but I think we paid more when Gerson came back. It wasn't from Olympique. I think it was. The player increases his value. There's no way around it. So João Gomes today, he's worth a lot more than when Flamengo sold him. He's a kid here to leave.
But if he wants to come back to Flamengo, the player's word means a lot.
For example,
he gets there. I can't recall which team was interested. Maybe Tottenham, but I'm not sure. There was already a club interested in him. I don't remember if it was Chelsea. Sorry.
Paquetá had Tottenham, had Chelsea, Paquetá. And he said, no, I don't want to. I want to go back to Flamengo.
But then if João Gomes has a team interested in him, he can also say, no, now it's my time to go back. I want to go back. I've already done a little season here in the Premier League. I've got 2 seasons. I want to go back. I don't know. It's going to be mid-year. It's going to be the end of the season. Mid-year, he'll complete 2 seasons there. He still has the age to go back there again, so it would be a nice signing for Flamengo, even better than Marcos Antonio. Do you agree?
I agree. I think he has a slightly different style, but then a lot of factors come into play. A player who was developed here, or a player at the level of the Brazilian national team, a player who defends a lot. Flamengo would gain a lot, a player who also marks a lot. For that Dorival team, João Gomes defended for 2. He played with 3 midfielders, Thiago Maia, João Gomes, and Helio do Ribeiro, and João Gomes defended a lot. I think it would be a great signing if it's possible to make it happen. Papa, I have no doubt about that.
Do you think of Flamengo the way I do? I've thought about this a lot. Flamengo, a big reason why Flamengo lost the Supercopa to Palmeiras, the Recopa to Independiente del Valle, lost those titles all at the beginning of the year, the Club World Cup and so on. That was the issue. I don't remember if João Gomes was still at the Club World Cup. I think he was, but I don't remember now. I don't remember,
but I don't think so.
I don't think he was missed. He wasn't. He was the soul of that team, but not there, no.
For sure, man. That championship team from 22, he held up that midfield. So it was a team that played with Lozano in the midfield, with Thiago Maia. Everton Ribeiro played right, João Gomes left, and Arrascaeta was further forward. Arrascaeta was rested due to a pubis injury that year. When they needed a bit more marking, Gabigol and Pedro would track back on the sides to help with marking, since Arrascaeta didn't defend. João Gomes is a key player. I would love to see João Gomes wearing the jersey again, man. I have no doubt about it.
But it's going to be expensive, huh?
I'll check if he was at the Club World Cup, since I don't remember.
But I don't think it would be very cheap, okay? But anyway, Flamengo can afford it, right? Flamengo can afford it. They can pay in installments. If the player wants to come back, there's no way around it. We know how it is. It depends on him wanting to come back. Now he's on a list of monitored players. He's marked in yellow on the list, if I'm not mistaken, right? They just marked him as not active for signing, but Paquetá wasn't active either. Did you see the list? He was also listed as a possibility or being monitored. I don't know if you saw the list again. Take a look. I saw it. I did. Paquetá wasn't marked in green, like active for signing, right? He was yellow before, right? Yeah. It was in December he turned green and was signed. João Gomes is yellow, which means a downgrade for the team. Some situations might end up being favorable. Well,
let's just check to confirm. João Gomes wasn't there, was he? Gerson had come back, right? Gerson should have been sent off.
He gets sent off.
He gets sent off. João Gomes wasn't there. No, in 23, no. He left in 22 there.
He was really missed. Let's go now. It's up to you, man. The ball is with you, right? Look, the Libertadores ball, This year, Flamengo won the championship with this ball here. This one is a miniature. The ball is with you. Brother Luiz Henrique, what do you, Robinho, and Luiz Antonio, all Flamengo fans, know about Luiz Henrique? Besides what I had already mentioned, that I knew he was on Flamengo's monitored players list. He's on the list, huh?
He's on the list and is a priority for Flamengo for the second half of the year. Will they get him or not? It's like we always say, it depends on the negotiation. It's a lot of money. Even to start talking about Luiz Henrique, I'm talking about Zend here. And a lot of people are saying Flamengo doesn't negotiate with Zend. Zend doesn't negotiate with Flamengo. That has changed, guys. That has changed. Today, Jose Boto is there, and he has a very good relationship with the guys from Zend. It's different now. Flamengo sold Gerson to them over there. There's none of that. No.
It's not Braz, right? It's not Braz anymore. Braz has a very bad relationship now.
But they'll want it up front. But they'll want a lot of money. That's another story. That's the negotiation, okay? The thing about Luiz Henrique is this. When Boto, back in January, was signing the defender and Vito started having international issues, he didn't want to negotiate with Flamengo. He wanted Cruzeiro. He showed up. He started looking into other players in the market, and then he went to ask around to scout. The situation with Nino and Robert Renan. Robert Renan is on loan to Vasco until the middle of the year. Vasco has the first option to buy, but he's a player who belongs to Zenit. And while checking on those names, he also ended up asking about Luiz Henrique as well. And then Zenit, right, gave a signal. In the middle of the year, they can talk, and he'll go to Luiz Henrique's staff to find out the conditions. Would you consider returning to Brazil? What are your plans? The entrepreneur?
Him, Flamengo, or he accepts Flamengo? Or do you think that...
I think there's no problem at all, even because the agent would already say the same thing. No, Flamengo, we don't negotiate. When they say that, it's not a good possibility, but he says it. I want to bring him to a major European team. He's in Europe, but in Russia, and doesn't play in the Champions League or the main championship.
No, but the point is he wouldn't play for Flamengo.
I think nowadays all of that has changed a lot.
Some also wouldn't rejoin another team, right?
Yeah, man. Andres Pereira only played for Flamengo. Now he's at Palmeiras and so on. I think the player is a professional. I put a little video there. I don't have it here now, but I can send it to you later for you to use. It was a clip of Luiz Henrique on Podpass, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, no.
I already put it.
He says that Flamengo stopped signing Luiz Henrique to avoid another issue with Marcos Braz because of 2 million. Robinho's friend, the one who works with this stuff, you know who he is? He said that if it gets to 16, they'll sell, and Braz only went up to 14. It was a loan at first, then they offered 12, went up to 14 million. If they had reached 16, they would have bought him. He didn't want to raise the offer, went there, put down 20, took him, and that was the end of it. And he even talks about it. He was negotiating with Flamengo. They wanted a loan. Then Testa came in, ended the game, put down 20, took him, and that was it. And the thing with Luiz Henrique is this. His agent says, my priority is to take him to the Premier League, because they're betting a lot on going to the World Cup, since Luiz Henrique will probably be called up. If nothing changes, some people are saying that Rayan might show up on that list, so we'll see. He's playing.
He deserves it. He plays really well. No bias. He plays really, really well.
Very good. And Boto even asked around over at Vasco, okay? Him, Pedrinho called to ask about Rayan, then he asked about him. So what happened? What happened? Luiz Henrique. His priority is to go to the Premier League, to a big team in Europe, and they're betting on the World Cup. He's a substitute for Estevão, but he'll play in the World Cup, possibly stand out, and could come on in the second half to change a game, since he has a lot of quality. And that's the idea. If that doesn't happen, man, if that doesn't happen, coming back to Brazil becomes a big opportunity for him, because then he'll be stuck in the cold in Russia. Playing in Brazil is much better, no doubt about it. And there's another detail, right? So Palmeiras, before closing with Arias, man, Robinho brought in Luiz Antonio and Bruno Castanho before closing with Arias. Palmeiras went there and made an offer to Zenit for Luiz Henrique, 30 million euros, and Zenit refused. So, man, you already know that to get Luiz Henrique out of there, it's going to be 35, 40 million or more. You won't get him for less. So, and then within the...
And if Flamengo starts getting prize money, like from the Recopa, starts doing well in the Libertadores and so on, having a projection of high prizes to go over 2 billion. Again, Flamengo has money, right?
Sales too, right? Sales too, which is an increase. And then when Flamengo was closing the deal with Paquetá BAP, with his trusted people there, he said behind the scenes, if we want to know about behind the scenes with influential people there, what did he say? We didn't stop at Paquetá. We're going after another big name, and the order is to go after Luiz Henrique in the middle of the year. Everyone, wait a minute.
He sets the agenda for teams in Brazil, right?
Felipe Luis, BAP, Boto, everyone likes Luiz Henrique. And he told me, he confided in me, he said this, we're not going to lose to Palmeiras, of course, right, Papa? If Luiz Henrique says, I'd rather go to Palmeiras, then there's no amount of money that can hold him. When he's saying this, he's saying the following. If Palmeiras offers 30, we offer 35. If Palmeiras offers 35, we offer 40. If Palmeiras offers 40, we offer 45. Especially because it was something he said at that council meeting where he said that no one was going to spend more money than him, right, Papa? So President BAP is the one who's doing this.
You know, a fun fact about BAP.
He said he won't lose the player to Palmeiras.
Can you recall any more details about Luiz Henrique? You're well informed, but did you mention BAP and Paquetá? I just remembered something. A lot of people are talking. I saw a journalist who bringing information, right? That Felipe Luiz was the key piece for Lucas's signing. Paquetá. Man, it's tough. I hate calling anyone a liar, but do you know who was crucial? Who wanted to sign Paquetá? BAP.
BAP, this has been BAP's project since he took over.
No mention of Felipe Luiz. He may have told Paquetá to come on.
Vinicius Jr. project eventually, okay.
Right. He already said it's not for now, but Flamengo is also keeping an eye on it. I talked to someone very close to BAP who told me the following. He knows that Vinicius should have one more contract in Europe. One more, huh? Right? He said he'd sign one more contract in Europe before joining Flamengo, but that the next contract will have the next one, which could probably be a renewal or another contract, and the other one is already Flamengo.
If he'll make it, I don't know, but the dream is to have Vinicius Jr. at the World Cup, at the 2029 World Cup.
That's it. It's the next contract.
But it's their dream.
That's it. It would be him fulfilling a contract at 27, 28 with another team. It lasts until mid-year, since the season ends in 29, when his contract is close to ending in 29. Actually, he'll still have a year or two left on his contract there. But then they negotiate for him to leave, just like Paquetá did. They negotiate for him to leave before the World Cup from the club.
Whether they'll manage to do it or not is another story, but that's the plan. The management's planning.
Anything else you recall about Luiz Henrique? No.
That's basically it, man. It's just a matter of Palmeiras. Leila promised that in the middle of the year, she will try again for Luiz Henrique and Gabriel Jesus. Her intention is to sell Vitor Roque and Flaco and bring in Gabriel Jesus and Luiz Henrique, so there will be competition from Palmeiras.
So let's say this, tomorrow 5 a.m., I'll bring the video. I'll continue with Bruno Castanha. It's already 18 minutes for a YouTube video. It's already too long. I'll continue with Bruno Castanha. I'm going to invite you to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications by clicking the bell, and leave a cool like on the video. It's 5 a.m. We're going to keep talking about the transfer market. There are many other things to talk about here. Marcos, Leonardo, Gabriel, Jesus. There's a lot to bring here. I'll try to get as much as I can from there. Whatever Castanha has, any news about the transfer market, so make sure to subscribe there too. Bruno Castanha's channel, Robinho Rubro Negro, and also Luiz Antonio Rubro Negro. Is there anyone else to recommend on Instagram?
Right? Papa, support Bruno Castanha official. My name, Bruno Castanha, will appear.
I'm going to make clips from this video here, right? It's in a live format, but it's a recorded video. I'm going to make some clips. I'm tagging you in the collab, so when people visit to see the Rubro Negro and clips, they'll already be there. I'll add you to the video collab. You can accept it here on YouTube. People will see here that it's a collab with Bruno Castanha, Luiz Antonio, and Robinho Rubro Negro, and it'll also be on Instagram. All right, so that's it once again, guys. Our sponsors in the pinned comment, Caravana do Haroldo. And also remember that you can travel Mengão games in Rio de Janeiro at Maracanã with tickets included. So it's a fantastic package. A serious company that doesn't leave you outside. Got it? Doesn't leave you outside. That's it. 5 in the morning, we get here with more news about Mengão transfer market for you all. Thanks. Big hug. I'm out. Thanks.